Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you through the journey of how I consciously shifted my reality. In my previous video, I've talked about me being stuck, of me not feeling as a part of society, of not feeling integrated into it. And honestly, I am so tired of it at this point. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how I, and you can too, consciously shift your reality. This is not just about self-help. It is about applying a science-based concept of quantum jumping into your everyday life in a practical way. And by the end of this video, I'm going to share some tips you can use to change your own reality too. So stay tuned. Let's get the science part out of the way. What is quantum jumping and how can it change everything around you? In quantum mechanics, there's a theory that every time a decision or a measurement is made, the universe branches off into multiple realities. Each outcome happens in its own parallel version of reality. Now, obviously, we're not measuring any particles here, but the same logic applies to your life, to the real life. Every time you make a different choice, something unfamiliar, something that usually does not fit into your pattern, does not fit your characteristics, you branch off into a new version of your reality. It's not magic, simply a habit of making decisions that realign your energy and actions with the version of you want to become. Moving on to how I shifted my reality. First of all, I sat down and identified the goals and the outcomes that I want to get from this shift. What do I want to achieve and everything that's quantifiable. However, to fully reinvent myself and to change the patterns, I also thought about my inner person, the person that I want to become. What aura do I want to give off? What are my personality traits? How do I behave? How am I perceived? And so I asked myself a couple of questions. What does that version of me think, say, does on a regular basis? All that kind of questions. To figure out what was that my inner person truly wanted. From there, I went on Pinterest and found images that resonated with the goals that I've identified and made those images into the mind map. Moving on to tips and how can you quantum jump. First and foremost, the only thing that you need to remember is that words create patterns and patterns create reality. The first and for me the most important tip that I can give you is change small habits. Your dream life is not built from giant leaps. It's crafted through those micro choices. When you get into an argument with someone and your usual behavior is to prove your point until the opponent is fully crushed, you need to stop yourself for a second, and we'll get to that later. You need to stop for a second, breathe in, breathe out, and fully comprehend what are my usual reactions to this conflict, and change it. And by that action, your energy will shift. And by shifting the energy, as I said before, you are going to jump momentarily into a new parallel version of yourself. There is a saying that I like, is we all know that a routine is created from small habits. But to change your life, you need to start by changing your routine and implementing the smaller habits into your routine. For example, let's say you want to start being more mindful. You want to get off your phone in the mornings. Implement into your routine that the second you wake up, you go outside and you sit outside in the sun, in the snow, in the rain, whatever, for 5 minutes without your phone. Do that for 30 days. As we all know, habits are formed in the span of 3 to 4 weeks. Do this every day and you will notice a change. You will notice that you're starting your days better. You're not comparing yourself the first moment that you wake up with people online. The second tip, which I already kind of touched on, is interrupt your autopilot reactions. Take a second to think about your usual pattern. What do you do when you need to make a decision? What are your reactions to conflicts, to triggers, to traumas? Take a second and then basically shift your reaction. The third tip is practice conscious breathing. Meditate, breathe in, do breath work, and basically stay grounded, stay present. And it's something that we all need to work on, as we're so used to as a society to basically run and achieve all the goals, all the things that we set for ourselves, that we're not taking a moment to step back, relax, and reflect on everything you've already achieved. Like, think about your past self. Think about the girl from 5 years ago. What did she want? And did you achieve any of this? And be proud of what you've achieved at this point. The fourth tip is stop saying that you'll do it tomorrow. Move difficult decisions, difficult talks, and chores to tomorrow. First of all, reality bends to the present moment. We all stress out about a lot of things, but clearly half of those things haven't happened yet. So why would you push something that you're anxious to do to tomorrow when you can actually do it today, and then be anxious about something that's already happened? It's so much better that way. The sixth tip, and for me it's also one of the most important ones, is channel your creativity. Creativity bends your mindset. If you don't think of yourself as a creative person, that's not true. Every one of us, through different ways, can channel our inner creativity, whether it is doing something physical, doing some tricks and yoga, or basically listening to music and trying to tap on your desk. All of this is creativity. And when you're creating, you're aligning with your inner self. You're opening up your mind to new beliefs, to new opportunities. You're trying to see and sense the things a different way than you usually do. And creativity and practicing creativity will help you in your everyday lives to see the other side of the question that you're trying to figure out, to connect more with people, as you can also somehow be empathic to them more. And the last tip that I have for you is journaling. Journaling in the present tense, journaling about your future desires, whatever works for you better. But you need to unclutter your mind from all the things that are going through it every day. And for doing that, you need to put all the words, all the thoughts, everything basically that was going through your mind that day. Because with the clean mind, you can also see clearly. I am going to attach in the comment section a PDF file that I've prepared for you with those 7 tips and how can you implement them into your daily routine. And remember, guys, when you shift your choices, you shift your patterns. When you shift your patterns, you're shifting your reality. And when you're shifting your reality, you're meeting a person that you've always wanted to become. And as always, stay grounded, be mindful, and live in the present moment. See you in the next one.